Here I am, a nurse, like basically wrapped up in a tarp in all my PPE. He's here in a COVID ICU, and he's questioning the reality and the gravity, the severity of the situation.
Registered nurse Ashley Bartholomew tells me about her latest experience with a COVID-19 patient who was downplaying the pandemic.
He was a patient in the ICU and, said that I think this is just a flu. I should, take my vitamins and zinc and, I'll probably be fine.
She shared that encounter at her hospital in El Paso, Texas on Twitter. The thread went viral, and it was retweeted thousands of times.
Nurses can't fight the pandemic of misinformation and also fight the pandemic of COVID at the same time.
The COVID-19 pandemic is the deadliest in modern history. Yet, as Bartholomew's story shows, some hospitalized COVID-19 patients will say it's fake.
It's not surprising that somebody who's resisted all along would also resist it, at the very end of life as well.
Mark and Eve Whitmore are an academic couple who have been studying pandemic denial. They say what could be happening with Bartholomew's patient is what psychologists call wrongness, a state that occurs with extreme confirmatory bias, in which people make outright wrong decisions, despite receiving an infinite amount of data to the contrary.
You set up all these defenses around yourself to an imaginary way to protect yourself against that source of threat.
The Whitmores say this contrarian type of thinking starts early on in life.
Those complex forms of self-deception in adulthood, they get molded in childhood. In adulthood, they adopt what their parents have taught them all their lives.
When talking to pandemic deniers, the Whitmores say to appeal to people's emotions.
Many people care about, their family members and their friends, and, it might be a way to appeal to them to say, well, it's not really the sake of your health, but at least for the sake of the health of people around you, can't you just temporarily wear this mask?
Bartholomew says in talking to her patient, he eventually saw things from her perspective.
He kind of said to me, wow, I didn't realize that it was as bad as it is. I was mistaken. And I should probably tell everybody that I know that this is real.
Thanks for watching Global News. If you want to stay up to date on the latest breaking national and international news, be sure to subscribe to our channel.